Hey folks, Coach Patrick here, Endurance Nation, back with 3 bullets here for the 70.3 St. George Championship course. This course is legit. Like, we've got, scales like 1 to 10, and for St. George, it just goes to 11 across the board. The compete level is super high, and the early season factor really makes it a challenging race. Most folks are simply not ready to put down the work relative to their training. Right? You may be fit, but it's been mostly indoors, and now you're outside. Not only are you outside, but you're on the course in St. George, and the terrain changes in both the bike and the run are going to challenge you significantly. If there's anything you can take solace in, it's that most of the climbing is actually pretty significant. You can set it and forget it while you're doing the climbing. It's not a course that has tons of turns or technical elements to it. You're going up, you're coming down, you're going up again, you're coming down again. It's a lot of work. All right, so let's talk about our 3 bullets. Number 1 on the swim, really being mindful not only of the water temperature, but also just your preparation around the race. I feel as though early season races bring a great deal of anxiety. When you think about what the course will mean for you in St. George, do your best to check out what the earlier waves are doing. See how folks are approaching the swim. Make sure that you're also comfortable and confident in there. This race will not be won on the swim for you, but it could be lost if you're overachieving and simply trying to push too hard too soon. The race is a half Ironman on paper, but it feels a lot more like a 3/4 race when you're out there. So give your body the permission to warm up over time and really try and focus on getting into the bike ready to go. Second bullet on the bike. This course is just out there ready to punch you in the mouth. You've got a plan? Not here for St. George. When you think about what it means to get into the course itself, it's really important that you're super patient in terms of the bike. The last portion of the bike is predominantly downhill as you head back into town. But the big climb comes after mile 30. So you've got some work beforehand, but you've got this looming climb in the middle of the race. And it's very important that you pace yourself so you can be strong on that climb. That's our number 1 goal. So hopefully you've done the training to do it, but your goal there is to set yourself up all day, being competitive, conservative, whatever your race plan may dictate, but really trying to excel on that hill. You can push that hill and push a little harder than you might like because we know we've got that downhill to recover back in. So in a way, it's kind of more like a 48-mile course instead of a 56-mile, but those 48 miles are packed, so be ready for it. And then we get to the run. The run's super unique, all out and back, so you're going to have lots of energy out there, especially at the 2 turnaround points. For me, when I think about this course, it really comes at you right out of the gate, right? We've got a long, sustained climb up, and then we descend down the other side to the turnarounds. In that nature, most of us run too fast out of transition, and to do so in St. George will be a real challenge for you. You can kind of get away with it because you're going to have a downhill. By the time you realize you're going too hard, you're going to be running downhill and you have a chance to recover. There's a small window for those of you who are super fit and super good runners to take advantage of that, to make sure you can push the needle on your advantage as far as you can before the wheels start to fall off and hopefully you've hit the finish line. But for the majority of us, we've got to be really disciplined at the start of that run to make sure that we're running well, using the hill to our advantage, taking short steps, but that we're not overreaching in terms of our heart rate or our run power, whichever metric that you're using. We recommend heart rate, but you do you. Just remember that we want to stay inside our box in these first couple miles to make sure that we're good. Get your run stride back as you're descending down to the halfway point in the out and backs, and then really grit those teeth, get to work, crush the race, and then find us on Facebook or find us at EnduranceStation.us. Tell us how it went. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been another 3 bullets update from me, Coach Patrick, here at EnduranceStation.us. You can find all these resources and more at EnduranceStation.us online under our resources section. You become a community member, you get access to everything, as well as to our regular office hours and all the good stuff. All right? Thanks, folks. Talk to you soon. See ya.